Hey, this is Linus, you're watching TechLine HD, and today we have another budget device that is called Koolnee K1. So, what's special about this phone? Well, it looks kind of like Samsung Galaxy S9 or the S9 Plus. Build quality is great specs for the price, but as always, I will go through all the pros and cons of this device so you can make a buying decision yourself. Stay tuned. As most of the budget devices, the phone ships with all the usual stuff, and some extras include a soft TPU case and a screen protector. As far as design goes, I have to admit, the phone tries to look like the Samsung Galaxy S9 or the S9 Plus, and well, the build quality is excellent. The phone uses glass on the front and rear, a metal chassis, metal buttons, and the build quality is very good. The phone feels kind of more expensive than it is, but there are a few design flaws. The device still uses micro USB port, not the USB Type-C, and I believe that even budget devices should have USB Type-C port. But a great thing is that we have a headset jack, so you can listen to music using your regular headphones. You don't need to use any adapters. On the front we have a selfie camera, but the device does not have LED notification light, which is another con. As far as display goes, it's pretty good, it's pretty sharp for indoor use. Once you go outdoors, if it's a sunny and bright day, I wish the display was a little bit brighter because the sunlight legibility is not that great. As for optics, we have a dual camera setup that I will test a little bit later in this review. The fingerprint scanner is kind of a letdown because it's kind of small, it's kind of hard to feel the area where you need to press it to unlock the phone. Also, it works only 7 or 8 times out of 10, which is not the best result, but well, it's usable. We have a loudspeaker on the bottom, and it's usual case like with most of budget devices. The quality is kind of good, but it's not really impressive. And here's an audio sample. In terms of hardware, the Koolnee K1 is yet another phone with pretty good specs for the price. Those specs translate into decent gaming performance, but only if you play 3D games on reduced graphics settings. Otherwise, you should expect to see quite a few skipped frames and stutter. Android 7 is the choice of the UI by Koolnee on this phone. This is a light skin that brings redesigned icons but removes the app tray for some reason. Other elements of the UI should remind you stock Android. As for the extra features, you can use fingerprint gestures, customize the navigation bar, or use Face ID feature that kind of works but it's not always reliable. You can also choose from a few different themes or change the transition effects. In general, I found the overall UI performance to be decent, can't really complain. Daylight image quality is not the best, but you can take some pretty good looking images in good lighting. However, it's the usual case with budget phones. Camera does not impress in low light, and pictures with bokeh effect look kind of bad. I also found selfie image quality to be quite bad. 1080p video quality is kind of average, and the video quality using a selfie camera is quite bad. In terms of connectivity, I have no complaints because call quality is not the best, but it's pretty good. Didn't have any issues with GPS, Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth. The biggest complaint is that the device does not have a gyroscope sensor. That means it's not compatible with VR or 360 content. In terms of battery life, I would say that this device is kind of average. Well, it's not bad, but my record screen on time was about 5 hours, but it was more like on a light usage. If you tend to use the device more intensively, you should expect to get about 3.5 or maybe just 4 hours of screen on time. Another con is that the phone does not ship with a fast charger and actually does not really work with a fast charger, so it takes about 3.5, maybe a little bit less time to charge the device, which is not the best result. So we've come to the conclusion part, and let's cover what you're getting for the price of about 160 bucks. As always, let's start with the pros. So the pro number one would be the design and build quality. The phone is really well built, it looks nice, especially this electric kind of blue color. I don't have any design complaints in terms of the build quality. You can feel the phone is really well made. I also like the phone for its good overall day-to-day performance, pretty good camera for daylight pictures, not for night photography, and finally there are quite a few customization features and options in the user interface. However, there are quite a few cons to consider, like on most of the budget devices. So first of all, I wish the display was brighter for better outdoor visibility. Also, the selfie camera is kind of bad. It takes forever to charge the device with a supply charger. There is no LED notification light. The device still uses micro USB port for charging. And finally, gaming performance is kind of average. I hope you guys find my summary of pros and cons useful, and if you're interested in this device, please check out the video description down below. As always, if you like the video, please give the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, follow me on social media, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching, and see you soon.